Hello Stud-Scribers, Red Suit Studs here, and today I'm going to be answering your questions. You guys submitted a whole bunch of really good ones, so I'm going to be answering as many as I can, so let's do it. Sean the Seal God asks, what are you a bigger fan of, Star Wars or Lego? And I think if we're going to look at this like mathematically, how many more years have I been into either or? I guess technically I'd say Star Wars because I never really had a fall from grace with Star Wars. When I was in high school, I kind of stopped doing Legos a little bit because I thought I was too cool for it. And then I kind of got back into it during and after college when I kind of having more adult money to use to buy stuff like that. But I would say right now, I would say Lego, maybe overall Star Wars, but right now I'd say Lego because I think I'm getting very involved with the community a lot more than I used to. And Star Wars is just kind of like a more relaxed thing I can involve myself in with friends and kind of watch it together. I don't really go to like Star Wars conventions or anything like that, but I do go to Lego conventions. So I'd say probably Lego, but I kind of have been into Star Wars for longer. Ronan Blood asks, what made you decide to do your face reveal? So I had kind of been hemming and hawing about it for quite a while on doing a face reveal because I really liked my brand that I had with the helmets. Not that that's going to completely go away or anything. I'm still going to do videos with or about helmets because it's a hobby of mine. But I think I really wanted to just be able to connect with people watching my videos more because I feel like when you have a helmet, you can only express so much through body language. You can only give so much back to your audience that way. Where I feel like when I had my face reveal, I hope in the future to kind of garner more of a relationship with the people that are watching my videos, which is also kind of why I'm doing this video with the Q&A. Because I kind of want people to get to know me more as a personality, as Red Suit Studs, you know? And so I think with the helmets, that kind of restricted me a little bit. And already I've noticed a little bit more freedom in filming my videos. Like I can just pull the camera out whenever I want if I want to film a quick video or talk about something real quick. I don't have to get on a helmet and try and be uncomfortable for a half hour trying to film it underneath a hot, sweaty helmet. So it was mostly born out of just wanting to have more of a relationship with you guys, but then also just the freedom of kind of not being restricted by the helmet. What's a set you wish you owned but never got? There's a couple on this list for me. I still do want them, but I can't justify spending hundreds of dollars on these sets, so hopefully they make another version of these in the future. But they were both Clone Wars sets. There was the Clone Turbo Tank, which I don't know why I never got that one. Maybe it was just too expensive for me at the time, because it was definitely during my era of collecting, but I just never got it. And then also, I believe there was like a Republic frigate with some Wolfpack clones. That was another one. That one might have been when I wasn't collecting as much, either that or like before, also just expensive. Both of those I remember being definitely over $100. So that probably was not in my price range at the time because I was probably either like 10, 11, 12, 13, young enough that was too much money. So those were two that I always wanted, but I never ended up getting. So here's hoping they make another one in the future. The Zelda Cat asks, do I have a full cosplay? And man, I wish I did. I can't tell you how many times I have almost impulsively bought like a $2,000 full armor Mandalorian costume just because of how cool it would look. I really only collect helmets. I don't have like a full cosplay thing. I do have lightsabers though, so I guess that counts too. I have lightsabers and helmets, but I don't really have the other things that would then complete the accessories that I do collect. So I wish I did, but I don't yet. And some people ask me as well what my favorite helmet is, either one that I own or just in general, but I'll just go over the ones that I own here. Honestly, I would say it's probably between my Scout Trooper helmet, which is really easy to see out of. It's really comfortable. You can lift the whole face up so that you can kind of take a break from wearing it, which was always very important to me whenever I was wearing helmets in videos because they get really uncomfortable. So that one was great for comfortability. Next, I would say my Mandalorian helmet here. I think it's one of the most well-made that they've ever done. I love the finish on it. I think it looks really good. It's just kind of a great feat of replicating an actual helmet from the show. So I think that one is also up there. And I'm also a big fan of the new Captain Rex helmet they did. I love how they've updated how they do the rangefinders on their helmets. I think it has a lot of great detail on it. They didn't really miss a thing from it when it comes to the live action appearance he was in. So I would say those are probably my top 3 out of the ones that I own right now. X Ghost Media 121, cool name, asks, what are the top 5 Black Series helmets you wish they would make? I'm so glad you asked, because I have thoughts. First of all, Phase 1 Clone Trooper. I feel like Phase 1 is really underrated. Everybody loves Phase 2. It's gotten several variants already in the Black Series helmets, although it did take them a while, I'll say that. But I wish Phase 1 would get some love. I would love a Phase 1 Clone Trooper helmet. Next, I would hope they do something from the Bad Batch. I would hope for Crosshair. I feel like his is the most interesting, or maybe Tech, but I feel like Tech is maybe a little bit too convoluted with the whole flip down and the glasses and everything, but I would like Crosshairs personally, especially since they've kind of figured out the rangefinder situation with the new Captain Rex helmet. So I feel like that would probably be the one from the Bad Batch that I would want, but I guess then if they make one, they might feel pressured to make all of them, so they might just not want to do any. Then I got a little bit of a kind of a deep cut here, the Patrol Trooper from Solo and like 5 seconds of Jedi Survivor. I don't know why I like this helmet. I just think it looks really cool. It would have literally no features other than maybe a voice changer, and I never care about the voice changer in Black Series helmets anyway, but I just think it looks cool. And then next, another one that they probably won't do because the time has kind of passed on this, but Captain Phasma, I feel like they should have done it years ago. Maybe they just couldn't figure out how to do the chrome yet. I think they've figured it out with the Mando helmet since then, so maybe now they could take a stab at it, but I don't think they will because she wasn't that popular of a character in the first place other than just, ooh, cool Stormtrooper armor. And she was only in a couple of the sequel movies for not very long, so I doubt it'll happen, but I think they could make it look really cool. And then finally, Death Troopers. I feel like those are still popping up enough in Star Wars media that you could definitely make a case for it being a helmet that they make. I think they could also do a really cool thing with maybe like the lenses and maybe like a flashlight on the side or something, or like a night vision type something. You could have it light up green or something in the lenses. I know there wouldn't be too much other features, and that's always something they consider is the features. If they can make it a helmet like a rangefinder or a voice changer, or it flips open or something like that. But I feel like if they just add some lights to it, I feel like that would be enough to justify it being a Hasbro toy helmet replica. Forensic Candy 0249 says, it's not a question, but you've got nice eyelashes. Well, thank you. Next, I had people asking me what my favorite set is right now, and I don't think it's even a contest. I mean, look at this. Even Django wants this thing. Look at this. Look at this. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I mean, my favorite set changes all the time, but right now, for my money, it's got to be the Ornithopter. This thing is just insane. Like, it's technically, I would say it's a Technic set, to be honest. They should have marketed it as that, and I don't usually like Technic sets, but just like the mere engineering of this thing is insane. The minifigures are really cool too, and like, it's not, my favorite isn't even a Star Wars set right now, just because this thing is so amazing. My running favorite for a while was also the Great Wave art set, but I think this has since dethroned that one. Photo Guy asks, what is your favorite song? So that's kind of a tough question because I am really into music, so I probably have dozens of favorites. But I'll give you 2 separate answers here. Probably one of my favorites of all time would be Face to Face by Daft Punk. That entire album, just in general, Discovery, it's one of my favorite albums of all time. They're one of my favorite bands of all time. You can probably guess they had a lot of influence over me with the whole helmet thing. But other than that, probably a current favorite. I'm also really into the band Justice, which is very similar to Daft Punk, another French electronic band. They have a song called Generator that I really like right now. So those are probably 2 of my all-time favorites and current favorites. Barrel of Bricks 5555 asks, are you married? Now, if this is my girlfriend on a secret account, shame on you. But in all seriousness, no, I am not. Not yet. We've been together for a couple years now. You've seen her in a lot of different videos. It's definitely in the cards. The hand just has yet to be dealt yet, so don't worry. Also, Miss Studs, if you're watching this, just be patient. It's coming. Caleb Vids asked, what's your favorite Star Wars movie? I swear to God, if it's The Last Jedi, I will be upset. Believe me, I would never be a fan of that Disney Star Wars Oh no. Gaming Pro TV asked, do I have any good lightsaber website recommendations? So it kind of depends. Me personally, I only collect lightsabers just for display. I know there's a lot of people that like duel with them, and there's like a lot more that goes into it if you want like something sturdy, or if you just want something for display, which is what I do. So me personally, I just buy the Black Series lightsabers from Hasbro. So I suppose Hasbro would be your first place to go there, although I know like GameStop carries them. I've seen Best Buy carry them before. So other like electronic game, pop culture, whatever type stores might also carry them. But usually I get mine directly through Hasbro. Sometimes I go other places. But if you're looking just to display them, I would say Hasbro. I had a couple people ask me what my favorite clone trooper units are in Star Wars. I would say probably either, I really like the Wolf Pack. I really just like that gray, and they have a lot of cool designs on their helmets. Otherwise, I would also say just like a standard Phase 1 clone trooper with like the yellow, which I think used to be like the lieutenant or the commander, and then it kind of became its own legion with the yellow. Whatever the Phase 1 clones with like the yellow are, I really like those. Those are kind of my two favorites as far as just like the look and aesthetic of it. Don't eat microwaves, good advice, asked, how do you see out of the helmets? Well, the simple answer is, I can't. If you're interested in wearing helmets at all, get used to this view, because this is about all you're gonna get to see. Foxtails Plays asked, what is your favorite minifigure that you have? I think it's a three-way tie between the yellow heavy artillery stormtrooper, my boy Michelangelo here, and the longest of minifigures, Baron Harkonnen. Next, I had a couple questions about Lego stop motion stuff. What do you think is better, stop motion brick films or the puppeteering trick with like Lego rods? Well, so what I think is better is stop motion. I don't have the patience or the skill for that. I think it's incredibly amazing what people can do with stop motion. I just don't really have the time to do it. I'm sure if I wanted to, I could really invest the time in it, but there are just other things that I would rather film. But I think it's amazing what people can do with that. I have done puppeteering with minifigures before in a lot of my minifigure skit videos, so that's what I have the most experience with. And then somebody also asked, am I ever going to try and make any stop motion? I don't know. I think it would be fun. It would definitely be a nice exercise in creativity, because I'm sure I could try and come up with something pretty cool. But as far as the time that goes into it, it's just very time intensive. A lot of patience is required. So maybe one day, but I think for now, especially since now that I've done a face reveal and everything, I think I'm going to stick to some live action content. Bob the Builder Official 13 asks, what is your biggest hope / dream for the future? So I don't know if you mean in general or just for the channel, but as far as the channel goes, I really want to be able to get more involved with a lot of other creators. I feel like up to this point, I haven't really reached out that much. I haven't really collaborated with anybody too much. And I feel like if I do, not only would that help my channel, but I feel like it would also help me get to know a lot of other people in the community. Because I feel like that's one of the most important things that you can do as a content creator, is kind of like get involved with other people, because it's not so much about what you know, it's more about who you know. And I feel like if I'm able to kind of get myself out there a little bit more, get to know some other people in the community, maybe collaborate with some people, make some other videos with other people, I feel like that would be a step in the right direction to grow my channel even further beyond what it already is.